Hey, what's up? My name is Jen, and I want to talk to you about thyroid nodules. They're super common. 90% of the time, they're benign, and most of the time, you won't even know you have them. But sometimes they can grow to a size where they really start to get in the way and become a pain in the neck, literally. But stay tuned to the end of this video where I'm going to tell you about a new treatment on the horizon for the treatment of benign thyroid nodules. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. So first of all, what are nodules? Well, they're basically just little growths and they don't usually cause any problems. They usually are very small and you shouldn't usually see them. Typically, they're under a centimeter in size. Once they get to be larger than a centimeter, that's when your doctor will typically want to have a biopsy done. And if they're benign, which most of the time they are, usually doctors won't do anything but just watch and wait to see if anything else happens. And if this is what you're dealing with right now, then great. You're not worried about surgery or taking any medications. But sometimes these nodules can grow and they can get to be quite large. I have this massive thyroid nodule in my right side of my thyroid. And if you know anything about thyroid biology, it's kind of like a butterfly right here in your throat. And you're really not supposed to even see it from the outside. But over the last 5 years, mine has kind of grown and it is now so big that it sticks out on this one side. I have this lovely little bulge right here and it's pushing everything in my neck to the left. And so my esophagus comes down and then it goes over to the side and then it comes back. And it causes problems when I swallow and when I eat. And laying down at night is no fun at all. I prop up with a couple of pillows and that helps. So a couple weeks ago, I ended up at the emergency room because I was really starting to have trouble breathing and it was scaring me to death. I mean, not being able to breathe is terrifying. And of course, the first thing they did was they hooked me up to a machine to check my oxygen saturation, and thankfully it was fine. I just felt really, really constricted. And so they did a CT scan of my neck, and it came back that this was pushing over my trachea to the point that it was compressed. And so they told me, follow up with your ENT. So I go into the ENT, and what of course did he say, but you need to have surgery. We need to remove that side of your thyroid. Not just the nodule, they can't actually do that. They only can take out this half of the thyroid. And I really felt uncomfortable with that. I personally have struggled in the past with I don't tolerate medications basically at all. Like super rarely do I ever tolerate medications. I don't know what it is, but my body is just so sensitive. And the idea of having my thyroid removed on one side and potentially having to take medication because this side couldn't keep up was scary to me. I know there are a lot of people out there who have really struggled to get their thyroid medication regulated. And the idea of signing up for that for the rest of my life was not something I was okay with. Aside from a lot of other reasons that I just don't want to have surgery. I've had some really bad experiences in the past. I won't get into all that. So I was up one night in the middle of the night because I was having trouble breathing and I couldn't sleep. And I was just like, there's got to be an alternative. And so I went on Google and I started doing some research and I found that there is a procedure, a non-surgical procedure that's fairly new in the United States called Thyroid Radiofrequency Ablation. And the short acronym for it is RFA. And it's only done currently in 3 clinics in the United States. But it's been done for the past almost 20 years overseas in Italy and South Korea. And what the procedure is they non-surgically can shrink the nodule with radio frequencies. They use a local anesthetic and they put this needle into the nodule and it delivers radio frequency into the nodule and it basically kills it. And so once it's dead, then over the next following months, your white blood cells carry away little by little this dead tissue until you're left with nothing but a fully functioning thyroid. All of the case studies they've done on it have actually shown that it does not damage your thyroid. So wahoo, right? No damage, no need for thyroid replacement hormones for the rest of your life. And so once I found out about this, I was like, I need to know more about this. And so I started researching the doctors that do it and reading medical journals and case studies. And it's very, very exciting because this procedure is showing promise. More doctors are going to be offering it in the coming years. Unfortunately, I don't really have time to wait anymore because I gotta breathe. We decided, my husband and I, that we want to go to the University of Virginia and have the treatment done there. It's done at the University of Virginia Hospital, which is wonderful. It's one of the best hospitals in the country, I've read. And the doctor who does the procedure there not only actually does these procedures, but he trains doctors in how to do this procedure. So he's got to be good, right? And he is, he's really nice too. He's called me a couple times. We've discussed my case, and I'm really, really excited to have this procedure done. Most people that I've talked to about this procedure have never heard of it. Even my doctor, my local doctor, had not heard of it. He was not familiar at all with radio frequency ablation for thyroid. Now, a lot of people have heard of radio frequency ablation for back pain, but this purpose of doing it on the thyroid is relatively new. It's only been FDA approved for maybe a year now. And so the reason I am making this video is because I want to spread awareness that this procedure exists and that it is an option for people who are like me, who can't or don't want to have surgery, who don't want to potentially be on thyroid medication, who don't want to risk having complications from surgery or drug allergy contraindications, things like that. There is an alternative to surgery, and it is very promising with very positive results. So stay tuned. I will be posting more videos as I go up to Virginia and have the procedure done. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you know someone who's dealing with this, please share this video with them. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more updates. Bye. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I have no medical training. I simply love to do research. I'm kind of a nerd about it. So do not take anything that I say to be medical advice. It's just what I've found from doing research. Always do your own research and always be your own advocate and make sure that you do what's right for you and your health.